Howdy ho neighbors, it's Cody here with Secondhand Farms. And it's been a while, hasn't it? I haven't posted anything since October, and I apologize for that. A lot of things has been going on the farm, not a lot that's video worthy. I am wanting to try and post more frequently, but there are going to be a few changes to the channel. I think I want to do a little bit more mechanical stuff. So I'm probably not going to be posting, but maybe once or twice a month. But I feel that the content is going to improve, in my eyes anyways. Y'all might not think so. I really just kind of sat back and thought about it, and I almost gave up and decided that I was just going to scrap the idea. And but with things that are going on, I think it's important. I want to try and document more of what we're doing, like family wise, and working on stuff. So when the daughter gets older, she can look back and say, oh yeah, I remember when we did that, or just fond memories, you know. And because I really want to teach her a lot of the things that I'm showing on the channel too. And you know, there'll come a day when you're not around anymore, and you can get on there and you can look and say, well, that's how Dad did it, so let's try that. Anyways, get the gushy out of the way. The weather has just been nuts here lately here in northeast Oklahoma. I don't know how it is where you're at, but it is 57 degrees today, and the wind is hooking it. And we have like an 80% chance of rain today, and then it's going to turn to winter mix tomorrow, and then it is going to fall plumb off into the crapper, and it is going to be possibly 6+ inches of snow. And it's too early for them to really predict how much snow we are going to get, but they like to throw the big numbers out there just so you are aware there is going to be snow. And so, just to err on the side of caution, I'm going to check this little girl out and make sure she's ready to go. I'm going to throw the straight blade on it. If something is going to break, I'm pretty sure it's one of those laws of physics. It will break when it's 6 degrees outside and you're freezing cold and there's a foot of snow on the ground. So I come out here last night and I aired the tires up on it and tried to start her, and she fired up but cranked real slow. So I went ahead and threw the battery charger on it, so it'd be sure to start today. But it has a winter battery tender setting on it. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on that today and let it stay on throughout the week. It won't hurt it. It's a real low amperage setting, and it just kind of keeps the battery warmed up and awake, so that way if I do have to come out here when it's 6 degrees outside, she ought to crank just fine. And one thing about it, if it cranks, it normally starts. I say that, it won't start. Anyways, I'll show you what I got going on with this thing. So I have my battery charger on it, and she ought to fire right up. All y'all that seen my last video that I posted, I was talking about antifreeze and stuff, and as I was saying, it is super gross down in there. I don't know if you can get on this or not, but yeah, see that? That is not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be a pretty green, but you know, it's not. But something else I was checking out last night. Get on there. Yeah. All right. Something else I was checking last night, I was making sure my belts was good and everything else. The belts are good. It's a little loose, but when you put these alternators on there, especially with the conglomeration they got going on there, that was a home built thing. I may update that one of these days and actually put a kit on it. But I had noticed that this was wiggling before, but I don't know if you can see it or not. Get in there. Watch this pulley right here. Focus. There we go. She's loose. Real loose. I'm really surprised that the water pump hasn't been leaking. It's greasy, but it's not wet. So I bought also, these tractors are supposed to have a thermostat up here in this top radiator hose. And you can see how squishy that thing is. It's on the way out anyways. So I ordered a new set of radiator hoses, new thermostat, and I'm gonna have to take this whole hood, fuel tank. That was one horrible thing about these old Fords. You had to take all that off to get to just about anything under there. But this one's not too bad, but I'm replacing one. I'm just gonna go ahead and replace both of them. I'm gonna do that, flush the system, and apparently put a water pump in it now. Let's see if she'll start. Turn my fuel on. $40 miles long. All right. Now, I don't have a neutral safety hooked up on this. It's been disconnected because it quit working, just like any other old farm tractor. That's on my list too. Fire it up, is in neutral. See if I can do this one-handed. Shoot, she's cherry. No. Talk too good to her. Purrs like a kitten. Go ahead and unhook. I've got a June pole on it right now. I'll pull that off and stick the straight blade on her. You can really see the wiggle when she's running. Like I said, it's not leaking, so I don't have much plans for it right now other than pushing snow if I need to. It'll make it for that. Famous last words. But let's go get that straight blade hooked up. All right, so we got our blade on, got her nestled back here in the barn. I just tightened that top link up here up till the blade was just barely lifted off the ground when it looked like it was fairly level off the 3-point arms. I'll probably do some more adjusting on it when we get to pushing snow, if, Lord, I hope not, but if I need it, we'll see. But anyways, she's ready to go. It's hard to believe. This thing is going to be 70 years old this year. It's a 1952 model, so 22, that's carry the one. That's 70 years old this year. And these things, there's a ton of trailer queens anymore because people are fixing them up, which is great because, you know, younger generations, they're not going to know what it was like to have a mechanical old tractor. Everything else has got GPS and guidance and heated seats and everything else. What do you got on this one? Metal seat with ventilation holes. But anyhow, yeah. So she's going to be celebrating 70 this year, and runs like a top. Use it a lot. A lot of other people use them all the time. 23, 24 horses really isn't that much today. But if you think about it, back then, one person being able to control 24 horsepower was a lot back in 1952, because there was a lot of old farms that still had horses and still plowed with horses. And to be able just to fire it up at a push of a button, and you didn't have to feed them through the winter and water them and everything else, it was a huge deal. Well, she's ready for the impending snow. Hopefully it's not much, but it's hard to tell. The weatherman was saying anywhere from 3 to 6 inches. 3 inches probably won't even mess with it, but 6 inches gets to be quite a bit trying to get the car backed out and on the road. I appreciate you guys sticking with us. I know I hadn't posted anything in a while, and I appreciate you still being there. Shout out to my best friend from high school, Tyler, Ashley, the kids, Abby, Remy, and Grace. That's actually his blade that's on there. I'm hoping to try and get back to posting again. Definitely hoping that if I can do what I'm wanting to do, my content is going to go way up in quality. Because it seems like when I do this kind of stuff, working on stuff, I might only get one posted a month, but I get a ton of views and a ton of watch hours off of them. So I'm going to give that a shot, and we'll see how this goes. I guess until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.